Yo, what's going on, family? Welcome in. It's your boy Trap Vision 3D, man, and we're gonna have some fun today, man. So, if you're new here, if you just got here, you may like the show. You may want to think about subscribing, becoming a member. Your choice. But today we're gonna be talking about some luxury items, watches. We'll do a watch check. My watch may change throughout this broadcasting, but we're definitely going to talk about watches that you may own, may not own, you may aspire to own this watch, or whatever the case is. So welcome in, everybody. Joe is in the building, man, and what I'm going to do today is it's Sunday. Oh, Carnival Cruise Addicts. I just got to watch, man, dude, y'all have me crying laughing. Hilarious stuff over there. What I'm gonna do, man, today's episode was going to be a different episode, right? But I happened to watch Skylar's video about luxury watches, man, and I really want to dig into this. I know we've talked about luxury watches before, but I really want to tackle the whole luxury watch craze, the pros and cons, what you think of the watch, or like the luxury watch space, what you don't think about it. We'll talk about stuff. I'm gonna give you some history. Because I actually hardly ever write stuff down. I normally just go off the top of the dome with some of these topics, man. But I do want to cover, and I am going to cover some of these things, but I do want to have this as an open forum. And we're going to do some house rules. So I do want to do this. I want to invite some of my watch family up. And if you desire to come up here and talk watches, let's do that. Big Dog is in the building. So, okay. All right. So today's watch right now, I have on my Glycine Airman, which has become a staple in my collection. I do have a number of watches that I consider to be like the top of everything. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about watches that I have. I have a state of the collection coming up, and I had a dream about it. I had a dream about me doing my state of collection, man. It was crazy. So I'm not gonna do it the way that I said I was gonna do it. These are watches that were either inspired by some people, and I got it. And I'm gonna tell you if I like the watch or if I don't. So coming to the stage, one of my favorite people in life, man. This guy, great collector, man. This dude has become man, when I say like a right-hand man, he has helped with so much stuff behind the scenes. When I say, hey, I'm doing something for somebody else, man, he jumps in. And this dude is he's fun-loving. And let me just bring him to the stage, man. Joe, what's going on, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I think we're gonna have some fun with this conversation, bro. I'm gonna roll it out, man. And for the sake of time, I didn't want to cover a whole bunch of watch brands, but we're gonna talk about some expensive watches today. We'll talk about some expensive watches. So what you got on your wrist, bro?
I got the Sub Aqua Noma 1 limited.
Ooh,
Let me take it off.
Okay.
It's number 8 out of 300.
Ooh, okay.
It's got the Petoskey stone dial on it.
Yeah, I saw that. NH35, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll match your fly. I got mine sitting right here. My Sub 1.
There you go.
Yeah, I had to grab one of them. Sub 1s, you can't go wrong with Sub 1.
I got another one of these coming with the got that blue turquoise dial.
Oh, so you got both of them.
Yeah. Not here yet, but it's coming.
Oh, hey, hold up, bro. So we got a super sticker in the building. So let's see if I remember how to do this here. It's been so long, bro. It's been so long. Oh my gosh, man. I wasn't ready, y'all. Wasn't ready. But I do thank you for dropping that super sticker. But we have a thing around here. So I saw you guys got some super chats today. So thank you for dropping that super sticker. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was actually gonna get rid of that, but I was gonna do a new graphic. I'm still gonna do a new graphic, but like it's nothing like the classic, man. So
no, definitely not. You gotta have the classics around,
bro. And we gonna talk. Oh my gosh! So Joe, I
hung out with Billy yesterday.
You say what?
I hung out with Billy yesterday. Had a great day.
Oh, how was okay, man, bro? Billy sent me this song, bro. Y'all know I'm gonna drop it on the short, man. I can't even tell y'all what it is. He sent me this. He sent me a couple songs, man, and I just got to put video to it.
I can imagine.
Man, it's crazy. Dope. It's all AI generated too. It's all. Yeah.
Great guy.
So you already know.
He's a great guy.
Let's see. Corey's in the building. What's happening? Space. The Great Santini's in the building. Everybody's speaking. Of course, we got Dave D in here. So yeah, man, let's jump into this topic real quick, man. So I was looking at Skyler's show, and that he really kind of derailed what I was going to do today, because he was talking about luxury brands, and he was saying that he himself can't subscribe to that. He talked about one, his most expensive watch was a PRX, right?
I watched that video.
Yeah, so like what he spent about $500-$600 for that watch, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Me and you have had I don't know how many conversations about this, man.
Yeah, we
about
have
the luxury watch, man. So I want to share something with you guys, man. Something that, because I really wanted to dig into some stuff, and I'm glad I did, because the number one watch talked about outside of a digital or like the smartwatch is Rolex, right? Founded by Hans Wilsdorf, 1905. We know that. I was looking at something different. I didn't want to know the stats of Rolex. I just want to see what most people thought of this watch. Either they owned it and this took some research. So overall, it's a statement of power and prestige, globally recognized and highly coveted, right? And the other flip side to that is highly copied.
Yeah.
It is highly copied, man. So when we think about, I don't know, like I can't say that. I'm gonna say when I think about Rolex, I'm taking back to my godfather. I'm taking about back to the men and women that I know that they either got a bonus at work, they got promoted, and the Rolex was the number one watch. So it has always been told to me that Rolex is an important part of history when it comes to, hey, you made it. Like now in so many ways. You remember back in the day, we were like, hey, that's the American way, right?
Yeah.
Can't really say that because like Rolex is a worldwide phenomenon. But for me, coming up, hey, American way was Chevy, definitely not Ford, because Ford was not welcome in my house at all. I couldn't even play with Ford. Listen, if I had a Ford pickup truck Hot Wheel, my mother would throw that thing out the window, bro. Like she, you know what I'm saying? So Rolex has always been like the creme de la creme of everything. So I want to know in the chat, what does Rolex rank with you? Right? I'm not asking you if you had the money or not, because some people didn't have the money and they saved and bought it eventually. But like, where does Rolex stand with you? Man, listen, if there was an MVP award for Watch Crunch personnel, this dude would definitely have it, man. One of the premier people, man. This dude is a celebrity on Watch Crunch, man. Welcome to the stage. It's your boy, Space G 95.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? How y'all doing this evening?
Boy,
doing good.
Cool.
Hold on.
How you doing, Space?
Doing all right. Trying to get this camera lined up.
You came in cool, bro. You came in so cool. You was like, yeah, what's going on, man? Hey.
You wild, boy. You wild. Man, No, go ahead. I'm gonna let the chat talk before and figure out what they want, what they talk about with the.
Okay, yeah. So everybody in the chat, go ahead, man. What does Rolex stand with you? Now, guess what? So we're gonna go down the line of what I have in here. I'm covering a couple, like 3 or 4 watch companies, right? Actually, 4. Patek Philippe, right? 1839, they start. They're saying they're one of the last independent families that owns that's being manufactured, right? So I want to see what is it about Patek outside. So for me, can't speak for you guys. For me, Patek has always been a brand that has been endorsed by celebrities, some of your biggest celebrities. And I actually wrote some of these guys down. Drake, which yeah, I'm gonna leave Drake alone because he got enough.
Oh,
Brad Pitt, John Mayer, Kevin Hart, and Conor McGregor, just to name a few. Just to name a few. There's some ladies that get in there, but they are like the thing about they're known for complex mechanisms, the intricate movements, and this is a traditional watchmaker, so they can call their own price, right? And people, again, there has the same vibe as Rolex. So Rolex, even though Patek didn't outsell Rolex, it's still like if you had the money to buy a Patek, which I don't even know if you can spend $40,000 to get one now. But what's up, Paul? Welcome in. Yo, that's an expensive. That is extremely expensive, bro. And since I got you two on the chat, I'm gonna start with Joe. The Rolex thing. What does Rolex sit with you, bro?
To me, it's just a name. It doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot. It's like Ford versus Cadillac. I mean, I own a Ford. I know that's taboo in your house, but I own a Ford truck, and I love it.
Okay.
I could have bought a Cadillac truck. They make one, but for the money, I don't see the need. And that's the same way I feel about these $40,000 watches. For that money, I don't feel the need to get one. It's just for a name, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Space. He said somebody said Ford Nation F-150. And for the record, my second deployment, I was issued an F-150, and I absolutely love that truck. That thing got me out of a lot of jams. So all right, let's continue.
Nah.
He said that when his mother wasn't around.
Yeah, she wasn't around.
Right. You know. Now, shoot. I guess Rolex is kind of. I don't know. You stop. I'm about to push you down. Rolex is kind of a little bit overplayed to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was watching. What's this guy? Watch Clyde, the black guy who was always talking about Rolex and stuff like that.
Yeah, I watched him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Rolex was started as the working man watch.
Yes.
And $150 is a lot. A lot of money back then when they first started. But compared to, I mean, right now it would have been a $3,000 watch.
Yep.
If inflation, whatever.
Yep.
But $30,000 and $40,000 for a tool watch doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I could spend money if I wanted to spend that kind of money on a watch. I can go up the road in Pennsylvania and get an RGM, spend $30,000 and get a handcrafted, in-house movement from a RGM with a tourbillon, and that's been hand engraved by master watchmakers, no machines worried about being. Why am I spending that on a tool watch? It doesn't make sense to me. Don't get me wrong, they have heritage. So what? A lot of companies have more heritage and still don't cost as much. You can get I always talk about glass suit original. You can get a glass suit and spend that kind of money, but get so much more watch.
Ooh,
Why?
hey, you digging it? You digging it to a point that I got right here, bro. You digging it? Hey, man.
Okay, go ahead. I don't want to
Oh,
spoil the show. I don't want to spoil the show.
We
Here's
I don't want to spoil the show.
No, bro, because listen, we're gonna talk about it anyway, man. But here's the crazy thing is, with that being said, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you're saying, just elaborate on something you talked about.
Go ahead.
For me, Rolex was never let me say marketed as like this superior timekeeping device. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always said that, hey, in order, like this is the top of the top. Okay, but why? I never asked the question what makes it so superior over another, a brand of watch. Like because everybody's worn it, you know what I'm saying? Or like, because I know the D boys on the block, Air Force Ones or Air Maxes, they had like the AMG kit Mercedes and they had a Rolex. So I was like, okay, got it. I don't know what's powering this thing, or if it's made of gold, which they were. So I said, okay, so that's what the price is because it has gold. And when they do their diamonds, they set their own diamonds. They have to be perfect. I said, okay. But as far as the movement is concerned and stuff like that, it wasn't, I didn't even know. I had to find out on my own, like studying about, I was reading up on the Yachtmaster and how the actual bezel is used as a tool, and I was like, okay, so the Yachtmaster is different than the Submariner. Okay, I thought they were the same. I thought it was just a prettier version of the Submariner, but it's actually a different watch, right? And then you have the Milgauss, which I had to learn what the Milgauss was, anti-magnetic. But then I found out that Omega, as far as like specs, is over-spec as far as the Omega is concerned over the Milgauss, but the Milgauss costs more than so I was like, that's interesting. But like that's not talked about unless you really did or your YouTube hero like he'll cover it.
Let me elaborate. Let me say something about what Space was saying.
Yes, sir.
You called it a tool watch back when they first come out. That's what they were claiming.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to say this? Okay, what makes it a luxury watch now? The price? Or the name? Every luxury watch that I see people calling a luxury watch is up in the thousands of dollar ranges. Is it a luxury watch just because you're paying more? I mean, who has an opinion on that?
Okay, so let's dig it. Let's dig a little further, bro. Let's dig a little further. So I want to go. So I am actually going to tackle three things at one time. Patek Philippe, which is way more expensive than a Rolex. Cartier, which is cheaper than a Rolex. Some of their models are cheaper than a Rolex. Some are higher. And JLC, right? Jaeger, look, well, how do you say Jaeger?
LaCoultre.
I heard somebody say Jaeger.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And as I butcher the name of JLC, right? And I laugh at that because I'm pretty sure there's somebody that'll come in like, hey, he has no class because he can't pronounce the name. You need to stay up. Hey, look here, check this out. One thing I do, I can't tell you what I learned about JLC. Without JLC, there is no Patek Philippe or Cartier because they made move. This was a movement company when it first came out, right? I had no idea.
The watchmaker's watchmaker.
Right, he's a watchmaker. So all I knew was when I heard about JLC, a very expensive watch, right? And I was like, okay, what makes it expensive? What is it about this brand that's like I have to go and get it, right? And as I read and studied, man, I looked at so many different videos, but then I went on their website and checked it out because I wanted to get it directly from the source. I said, JLC is a very important brand because for, I forgot how many, like 15 years, they were providing all of the movements for Cartier. Nobody else, just Cartier. And that put Cartier on the map. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, Patek Philippe, because if you look at it, they made the first, so that machine, what was it called? Hold up, I got it written down here somewhere. The Million Meter. it was a caliber. It used to like cut down the pieces so small, like a micro. It was like extremely small. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Oh, okay, a micrometer,
the microwave.
micrometer. Mm-hmm.
So when they made the reverso, that's what like this machine helped create the reverso, the movements in the reverso. If you think about it, that was like a 1931 timepiece where you can flip it for polo players, right? But the movement is the movement don't even it weighs a gram. The movement weighed a gram, bro. Like that's so small. And I know that Invicta actually did a homage to that. They called it the New Yorker, I believe. But that one, that's a bigger watch because it had the I think the first one had the ETA 2824 in that one. Yeah. So and that was you're talking like late 70s before Invicta kind of went dormant. And which you know what I'm saying, still like you think about it, it's still like a nod to some of the greater watchmakers. But now I see the importance of JLC and the importance of Cartier, which I like Cartier. You know what I'm saying? Like Cartier holds a record of being like one of the first pilot watches, and then having the tank design, and then you go to Patek Philippe, like. Patek has one of like still to this day has one of the most complicated watch like complications ever. Nobody's touching that. You know what I'm saying? And I can see the money they ask. This is like if Joe was making watches, right? If Joe in space, let's say you guys made a watch, right? And you built it from scratch. Like you did everything. You had a forge, you made your own bracelets, you made your own case and everything. And let's say you even did everything, bro, like everything. The only thing you didn't do was like your own packaging or maybe the box it went in. You maybe outsourced that.
Yeah.
But let's say you had a watch, depending on like Joe, let's say you made the Ripsaw. Let's say you created the Ripsaw and your Ripsaw was made in Maryland or Detroit, wherever, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you ask for, I want $3,500 per model, per unit. You get to ask for that because you are the watchmaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Patek, if they say, "Hey, we're actually practicing what like started, what put Swiss made products on the map," we're still doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm asking for like so for them. Not saying that I will try to buy one of these, but if I was going to tackle, because I think the cheapest JLC you can find. I think it was like $12,000 that I saw today. I was looking at it today. It's about 12 grand. But I would much rather get that because of what it does, what it means, how it's built. This thing, they had like different lines in comparison to a Rolex. The Rolex just don't care, bro. Like, just don't. For the money, bro, I'm like, I can't justify that, man. And that's going back to Skyler, man. I was listening to him. He's like, "Hey, bro, I just can't do it. I won't allow myself to spend that kind of money." Then I thought about Joe. Joe's like,
yeah.
"I'm not buying that."
Hey, Trap, you know well that if I took 3/4 of the watches I got now and didn't buy those, I could probably have bought a Rolex. Okay, but that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted.
No.
Yeah.
Now you take a just an example. Take a Pro Diver and take a Rolex, exact same colorways, all that, exact same movement. Say they put a 7750 in a Pro Diver and there's a 7750 in a Rolex, okay? And you put them side by side. Is the Rolex finishing a little better? Maybe. I mean, I have no complaints about the finishing on my Invictus, really, to be honest with you. So you put those two side by side. The Rolex is going to cost you, say, 20 grand. The Invicta is going to cost you tops 1,500. Which one are you going to buy? Same friggin' movement, I'm just using that as an example.
No, and I get that, bro, because like, okay, so going back to Rolex, that was one of the, I guess one of the selling points that I read online was when you buy a watch and they talked about Rolex, the finishing you'll see if like no, that's how they base. They say you can tell your Rolex based on the finishing. You put a real Rolex up against a fake or something like that, you'll see how the finishing is just amazing, right? But it's like, okay, so what if I put my Rolex finishing up against my Citizen, right? I'm gonna tell you this because I've had a Rolex before. The finishing on this piece right here, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and you're talking about like I know the retail for this watch, this Teosa is about $450 ish, but you can get them from Citizen for like $350. You know what I'm saying? Like on sale, whatever, and it has a Miyota movement in it, right? Now this is the stark difference, right? When you got your watch on. Like you're not, I don't know how many of you guys are just like blown away. Like if you had a 4100 movement in the back of your watch, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got a 4100. And you got it on all day. And every time you look, oh, that's a 4100, man. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This thing is great. Man, or you know, for example, if you gutted your watch and had Patek put you a movement, one of their in-house moves. Oh my gosh, I don't even know the nomenclature for Patek, but whatever they high-end movement, you got, oh, I got this 36 jewel complicated thing. And oh man, I just don't see that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that brings me to one thing I want to point out with that. There are a couple of things. I was reading the study. There was like 5 emotions or whatever the case is that people go through. Exclusivity fever. Luxury brands ooze private fashion. You just have to have it, right? You want something that's so exclusive, like the average person can't get, and they encourage that because think about it. Patek and AP, the only people that I don't know anybody that has that. Oh, let me see. Other than DK. DK has one. I think he inherited. That was his grandfather's, whatever. But for the average person, I have yet to just see like one of my buddies. Hey man, I just went and bought this AP, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? I got it. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And even if it was, it'd probably be like one person, and I wouldn't care as much. You know what I'm saying? But like he'll probably feel amazing because he know that I can't buy it. Like 10 of our friends can't buy it, but he can. I'm out the way like, hey, okay, that's what you know what I'm saying. That's your thing. How much you pay for that? Oh, it's about 40 grand. Woo! She could have bought a Chevelle. I bought a Grand National, bro. I'm gonna buy $40,000. But again, I think, like you said, I'm piggybacking off both of you guys as well as I know Skylar is not here, but it comes down to you as a person. Your value system, how is that set up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rolex is definitely, let me see, my growing up, that was what I saw. Older, successful men wearing it's Kyle. And to see that's exactly what I was talking about, man. After doing this deep dive today, I gotta tell y'all, man, it is interesting how some of these other companies, what they're doing, you know, as far as like their research and development. And that makes me curious to see that even though we got a bunch of brands that are older, you know, I seen Brigade was put in there, JLC, of course, Rolex, all of these companies that have a voice or name out here in society. What about I have this one right here? What is this? Marzellos, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is rated by people, not me, but by people. I guess that includes me too, because I think the watch is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I think at the price point, you know, around like at launch, it was $500 at launch. I think it's pretty cool, right? But you know, I looked at it, I compared it to. I got another $500 my Swiss watch company, which I think honestly, I believe my Swiss watch company, the finishing in that watch is more robust than that one. Right, and it's not just because of the movement. I just think like that one is better than my Zellos. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
what's the when the right after Watches and Wonders, the CEO of Rolex is, I'm paraphrasing, but
Okay.
he said to the effect that, we don't sell luxury, we sell dreams.
Dreams. Yeah, I read that. I read that. I read that. I read that.
And I might be paraphrasing, I might be taking it out of context, whatever, what have you. But, you know, Rolex is, for better or worse, the greatest marketing company on the planet.
Hands down.
Marketing, marketing. I didn't say the greatest watch company,
No, 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 no.
but the
No.
greatest marketing company on the planet. There's a reason why they don't use celebrities. They'll use an athlete, an adventurer,
Mhm.
somebody, because our watches elevate you, and you will be associated with that type of uh, achievement. You can climb Mount Everest, and you can swim the English Channel, and while you're sitting at your desk.
Yeah, why are you sitting at your
you,
desk?
you know that but I mean, I'm not saying they're not great watches, and I don't want anybody to think I'm hating on people who wear a Rolex, who own a Rolex, or who
Same
aspire to a
here.
Rolex. I don't hate
Same.
on you. I'm just saying, from my point of view, I don't see them as the greatest. They're great, it's not the greatest.
Okay,
Was
I'm
You know
letting
what?
you die
he was
in 2023.
impressed by
Hold on, let
my
me get that
gifted
on the chat.
graffiti. That was what
Greatest is going to be in your point of view. Travis' point of view, my point of view, Space's point of view, and everybody else's point of view.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not,
oh yeah, oh yeah.
not what somebody else tells you is the greatest. It's what you think is the greatest. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely factors that are going to weigh into that, but
Mhm.
you just don't. I don't go on what other people say. You know,
Gotcha.
if I wanted to, buy one, like I said a few minutes ago, I would. But it's not my can of beans. Just
Yeah, because
um,
then what you gonna do with all that shelf space you made?
Right,
yeah, right.
right, right. That's the thing of beauty, bro. That's the thing of beauty.
I'm sorry, those rooms are insane. That's insane. I'm sorry. That's
So, I mean, here's the thing. And this is what said, this was a study. I looked this up today, man. Curiosity on steroids when it comes to luxury watches. Curiosity on
mm,
steroids. They're like, they say people have an insatiable curiosity. Like, once they get it, it's a dream come true. And I know because one of my buddies, he finally got a Rolex, and dude, that man was on cloud nine. The next day, showed up at work, man. He literally, I saw him. He got out the car, checked his time, bro. He was just looking. And then he came, he had the biggest smile, and I'm laughing, bro. I said, that boy loved that watch. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? When he came in with it, I applauded him. I said, hey, bro, you did good. You got the watch that you wanted. And he said, man, I can't believe I own this watch, bro. I got a Rolex, a Mariner, bro. This thing is amazing, bro. Like, he's like, man, here, just try it on, bro. Just try it on. You got to try it on. And I was like, okay. So I was like, put it on. I said, yeah, bro. All right, here you go. I didn't say nothing else about it. I mean, because again, I owned one back in '08. I bought my first Rolex, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, got that. I got that sucker stolen being stupid. You know what I'm saying? I went to play basketball, I left it in the car. And yeah, that thing gone. And I was like, dang, I spent a lot of money. That's
Yeah,
it's out the window, boy. I'm like, ooh. But Joe, I'm with you on that one too, because if you think about how we collect, right? What we've collected in a year. If you like when you break that down money wise, some of us have spent 24,000 in a year, some of us spent 50,000 in a year on like that's just what I mean. There's collectors, and I'm talking Invicta collectors, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I know some that over the course of I don't think nobody that I know personally, like Mark Hines, and the only reason I talk about Mark Hines is how much he spent is because he posted it on Facebook. He posted it for us to see. I mean, spending over $200,000 in a year or however long it was for him to get on Invicta pieces, you can call him whatever you want, but you can't call him broke. That man spent over $200,000 and then spent
then sweat it.
Bro, like, and he has one of the, if not the largest diamond Invicta collection that I haven't seen anybody else. There's another cat, Mike Mocha. He has a crazy, like the Bling brothers. You know what I'm saying? Brian Jackson. And these cats got crazy amount of diamond, and this is where they choose. This is where their luxury it is. This is where they start. You know what I'm saying? And you want to say hi to everybody? Say hey.
Hey. Are you a monster today, or are you?
She's definitely a monster. She's definitely a monster. She came in as Ladybug, and you see, look at her. She's swinging that thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, going back to this, bro, they say curiosity on steroids when it comes to luxury pieces. And then the other winning attribute is style in your identity, because they say you'll find your identity and it helps with your confidence. When you have a watch, when you buy a watch, and I can't speak for none of you guys, but you buy that watch that you've been looking at for a long time, and you guys remember, it was at about a month ago, and I asked you guys, like, what are you comfortable with spending? And I think the average was about $350 for that episode, right?
Yeah.
You had some people at $50. You had some that at $150. You had a couple people at $500. But I think today's watch, like the average cost, I think I'm gonna say $600 to $700 range is today's $250 watch. Well, we used to spend $250.
Yeah.
Now $600 is average.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
But again, I mean, bro, but then that goes out the window when you're talking about Aragon.
Yeah. Sure, it certainly does.
That goes out the window, bro. I saw that. I saw that, bro.
Trying to get the mother of pearl to shine. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wish I could afford a Aragon like you.
Stop it. I'm gonna start. You starting to look. You starting to be like Jay Jones.
No,
hey, stop before you speak him up. Stop before you. Go ahead, baby.
Now, what was he saying earlier? Like you talking about not hating on people earlier. You know, what's his name? DK.
Yeah.
He posted one of those one of his pictures on YouTube, and I commented. It was what was that? The digital one, the digital PRX.
The PRX, yeah.
And he said he loved it so much he bought a second one. As I said, and I commented back, as much as I bust your balls about that watch, as ugly as it is, I can't yuck somebody else's yum.
Yeah.
Because you like it, I can't hate you for liking it.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's not my speed, but he love it. You know what I'm saying? Any Boulevard nowadays could be $400 to $600. Hey, Oscar, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm looking at Boulevard right now. So, like, in the aesthetics is always for me is always like I got to see what it look like, and I go into this visual picture of like, oh man, can I see myself wearing this on a regular basis? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what I now as far as like Tudor, right? Tudor, you talking about $4,000 or $5,000, and I've actually held the Tudor. The bezel action, I don't think there's not too many watches I've messed with that the bezel action is better than the Tudor, hands down. Y'all know I love that bezel. That bezel action, man, that thing be caught. But that Tudor, boy, I was like, ooh, it had me like jumping. I had a dream about it that night. Boy, I said, sheesh, boy. I woke up in a cold sweat.
You were dreaming about it.
Bro, I thought about it so hard, man, until where there was a Tudor at my local AD, and I was thinking, I said, you know what? I can sell a number of my watches, man. I can go and get that. And that's what I had planned. I said, man, hey, I was about to grab like 100 watches, man, and sell them all just to get that Tudor, and somebody bought it. I started selling.
Which tutor was it, Trap?
It's gone.
Trap.
So I started buying other stuff.
Which tutor was it?
It was a 2018 stainless. It was all steel. Like it was the whole thing. The dial was steel. Everything. It was just like a steel look. The whole thing.
Is it like the one that DK got?
Yes, but it was a 2018 version. And I literally was like click, 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 click. And you know, when you get to like the 12 o'clock, it got like a hesitation.
Yeah.
I was like, the dial, God, don't. And I'm telling you, man, it's so crisp. And the only other watch that I felt it just as crisp as that is Escudo. Escudo, they have 2 ball bearings at the 12 o'clock on both either side of whatever mechanism they have inside that, man. And that one has a very distinct, it's super tight too. Oh man. Oh, man.
I don't know.
I need that bezel. Y'all got me messed up, bro. Sheesh.
Trap, what's the Breitling that Vic's trying to get? Which one is he trying to get?
Super Ocean. Super Ocean. Yep.
And may I say, hold up. Don't be playing now. What's wrong with you, bro?
I hear some clicking.
I hear it clicking, bro.
Okay. I'm done.
Bro.
What's going on over there, Space?
Hold up.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, you know how tight that is? Hey, shout out to Wing, boy, because you did good on that one, boy. Wing, hey.
Hey, man. Oh, go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
I gotta say, Wing does good on all of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Navi timer. I like the Navi timer. I absolutely. I mean, see, okay. So this is the other thing about luxury watches, man. I do respect. I have a huge respect for the luxury market because it is necessary, and it has actually showed us what watchmaking is because those watches. Hey, so Space, you remember the oh, where's my phone at? Oh, the Boulevard. I sent you the picture of that.
Yes.
With the bezel, got the man, bro. I like that type of stuff, man.
That dual bezel, that's insane,
bro.
It's an internal rotating bezel, but it's 2 of them inside, and it's like a GMT and a dive bezel at the same time. And and they both turn independently of each other.
Yes,
it's insane.
Wow.
You know,
dude, it's automatic, bro. It's an automatic watch.
This is my opinion. My opinion only. We still haven't answered what makes a watch a luxury watch. The cost, the name. We still haven't answered that.
I think, so, in my opinion, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go. You go first.
Go ahead, bro. No. Man, bro, go ahead.
In my opinion, it's oh god.
We're waiting on you, Space.
I was going to wait to start talking and he going to say after you. No, please go ahead. No, please. I'm sorry. I'm go ahead. I'm sorry. It's your show. I'm just here visiting.
Hey, no, listen, bro. I'm a guest here, man. This is y'all show.
I forgot what we were talking about. That's what you.
So you got to answer. You got to answer Joe's question. What makes it a luxury watch?
It's price, yes. That's a side product of a company that has history, for one, materials and quality. You know, they don't just, most like a Rolex, they don't just use regular 316L. They use that 904, which is more expensive. They make a titanium watch. Titanium watch is not grade 2. Like most of our Invictas and Aragons, they're grade 2, which is still a good quality material, but grade 5 is like 4 times more expensive
Mhm.
because it has whatever anti-corrosive and scratch. And you notice that like most of affordable titanium watches, they usually just a brush finish. You can actually put a finish on a grade 5. It's harder to do. It's hard to do, but you can actually put a finish on it. You know,
Okay.
little things like that. The movements tend to be more decorated and more regulated. You don't typically have a regulated. Sure, from the box, it may be running pretty good, but there wasn't a watchmaker that opened it up and turned the balance to make sure that it's in specifications. It's
Yeah.
just somewhere in between here and here. It should be all right. You know,
Yeah.
typically with a luxury watch, you get more. Uh, Typically, there's more personal touch. Typically,
So
Mhm.
I Googled, I just Googled it, bro, because I have my definition of what I think a luxury watch is, and it actually
Mhm,
some of it lined up. So exclusivity, brand,
mhm.
movement, accuracy and precision, construction, production, price, the material and quality finish, right? And the intricate details. So, Joe, when I tell you the JLC, very complicated. IWC, which it seems to be a hot button right now. IWC, I was
Ooh.
yeah, bro. Like so I looked at 2 videos today that talked about IWC, and I actually looked at the video. IWC actually had a great showing at Watches and Wonders this year, right? And oh my gosh, what goes into the watches for IWC, the movements and everything, man, is amazing, bro. But like they don't have that marketing beast behind it. They don't have like the name isn't out there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But still at the same time, it comes back to something that Joe, that you hover around, and Joe, you're not alone on this. It comes down to like the prices of these things. Can we afford that one watch? Of course. Like, I look at it, dude, it's easy to spend $10,000 in a year on a watch, on watches.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to spend 10 grand on
Definitely.
watches, right? It's easy to spend $7,000 to $8,000 on clothing, shoes, and stuff. You're into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you think about if you split it down the middle with your luxury expenses. So like going out to the movies, going out to eat in a year, and then you add in the watches that you like, and then everything else. It's easy for you to drop about $19,000 in a year on all of these things. I'm gonna say 20 grand.
Very easy.
It's easy. You know what I'm saying? If you're making about $60,000 to $70,000, it's easy for you to spend that. If your expenses in a year is about $25,000, you're making 60 grand. Oh yeah, you're going to spend about $30,000 to $40,000. Some people
Yeah.
will go that easy.
Yeah. I agree.
Bro.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like it just is, because like I was, I always make fun of Jay Jones and stuff like that and mess with him, but like Jay Jones, if you watch this, man, you make it too easy, bro. He bought 100. He bought over 100 watches this year, right? And
It's only June.
yeah, bro, it's 6 months into it. But like when you look at it, he is buying his way of buying is because like whatever's on sale, he look at it, and he has an experience with Invicta, and he trusts it, right?
Mhm.
There's some that have bought. I know, shoot, Ice Cold Kyle. He bought like 3 or 4 Invictus in a row, bro, and they was messed up. All like boom, boom, boom. Everything. Like he sent it back. He was like, it was something wrong with each one of these watches, different watches, right? And I've known people to buy one, and however the machine was like when they were doing the mass production, the machine was damaging the actual case, and there were a number of people that got this little nick in the bottom of their Russian diver.
Yeah.
Right? It was just, I guess, all of them went through and it wasn't caught. And instead of them just pitching and throwing those out, they sold them still. Right. So I'm like, that makes the company look bad, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here's the big thing, Joe, that we're hovering around. You can go and buy a Aragon right now for $130, or you can buy two of them for $130. I know he just had that sale.
I did.
You get the watch home. I know he did. You get the watch home, and I'll show you something like this. That right there. This was last year. You got an NH35. It's all titanium, right? Maybe $130, if that. And you're thinking like, wait a minute, he got grade 1 titanium. He got a rotating bezel of 120 clicks. He got an NH35. He got superior loom, and you still got 660 feet of water resistance on this with the screw down crown sapphire crystal. This watch checks all the boxes as far as like the specifications. Are we going to swim down it? No, we're not. But just knowing that your watch can do that. So in a way, this luxury item did not cost me over $150. Now you fast forward to something like this right here, the Alpina. Retail, this was on Teddy Bulbasaur's at one point for over $1,000. I didn't pay $1,000 for it. I actually got this from my man Matt's Watches. Got it on a good deal, like one of the best deals you're gonna ever find one of these for. However, I still spent over $400 for this watch.
Yep.
Maybe 5 and some change. I can't remember exactly. But I think like maybe it was like 4 something. But at whatever point, I bought this watch, and this is considered to be one of the top-rated watches for going out on adventures, man. Like they took these watches out, and that's where they got his name from, Alpina, the Alpines. You know what I'm saying? Going up there, these mountains in the cold.
Yeah.
They outlast you. You'll expire before this watch will.
Yeah.
And even with the what was that Citizen watch, man, that they found off of Australia, the shores of Australia, had barnacles and all kind of stuff over it, man. Fujiyama or whatever it was. I think.
Yeah.
Bro, so that's telling me whoever lost that watch, it sat at the bottom of the ocean, and of course it still had a wind because it's still moving with the ocean moving back and forth. So this watch, they don't tell if it got barnacles on it, that thing been down there for a long time, and it still worked.
That's crazy.
Still worked. So that's telling me that no matter how far down that watch fell, the water depth ratio kept it together. They got it, and they just started producing more of these watches. Hey, this is the story about this watch, and they just made it the same way they did. And I think that got a high beat more. I think it got a Miota 9000 movement in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Just think about that.
What you say?
It wasn't down under the water for 5 hours. It was down there for years. That's crazy.
Yes.
Barnacles,
That is
bro.
crazy.
And it finally washed ashore. So now,
and it's in salt water. Salt water is very corrosive.
Yes. So let's see. So I'm just going off to answer, to elaborate on your question, bro. Luxury watches can often be seen as status symbols. By investing in a premium watch, the owner declares that they have taste and appreciate. Let's see. Let me see. What does this say? Why are luxury watches so expensive? There are certain levels of prestige, desirability that can't be rivaled, right? Because what if you so answer me this, Joe. Let's say, for instance, you decided to subscribe and you went and bought a watch that Brad Pitt had on, and somebody noticed that. You obviously, the type of person you are, you got it for another reason. Maybe you like the movement. Maybe it's like, hey, this is just a watch. I got it for a good deal. Or maybe you went to an estate sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think it's anybody in the chat right now that you may not own a Patek, you may not own a GLC and nothing like that, but I guarantee if you went to an estate sale right now and you were able to walk away with one of those watches for $1,000 and you had $1,000 in your pocket, tell me you wouldn't buy it.
No, I would.
Bro, I'm getting that junk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting it. You know, now I may not keep it because
Right.
If I could walk in and get a 5911 or 5811, whatever that nomenclature is for Patek, and I got that thing, let's say realistically, like they say, hey, we at the last lot and we're gonna start the bid at 300, right? And I bid on it, somebody else bid on it, and it closed out at $800.
Mm-hmm.
I just walked away with a working Patek. Guess what? I'm gonna showcase it on my channel. Yo, your boy got, you know what I'm saying, got the Patek Philippe, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's gone.
That's on Monday. Tuesday. That's on
selling
Monday.
that sucker.
Tuesday, it's up for sale.
I'm selling that sucker by, you know, because the problem thing is the most expensive watches is them sun bookers. The insurance cost is going to be more than what most of us will watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You're breaking up, buddy.
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh, I said the what you call the service cost on that boy is gonna be insane.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that boy as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna take a couple of photos. Like, hey, yeah, flex. Hey, what happened to that? Oh yeah, that junk gone. But look what else I got because of it.
Hey man.
There
Hey
you
man, we got a celebrity in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Information man is in the building, man. He hit us with a super chat, super sticker. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we got to do. Yo, thank you, sir. I appreciate that so much, man. 2 in 1 night, man. I am on a roll. I'm feeling so good right now. Thank you. Robert Wood says, I got a vintage Breitling on the way from the 40s. Arco Deco style. The movement is perfect. The case will need some cleaning, but overall it looks okay, and it didn't break the bank.
Nice.
Rob, thank you for sharing that with us, man. I wanna say this. I want to elaborate on something. We've been talking about these watches, right? We've been talking about, you know, luxury and stuff like that. We're getting I guess an understanding of what it is. I am with this research. I am extremely impressed with JLC. I have a new respect for that company because I didn't know any. Honestly, just knew about JLC from YouTube. I didn't know anything about their business practices, the watches that they make. And when I tell you, they got some heat, man. Like they made, like I said, they made movements for Patek. They made movements for Cartier for like 15 years, right? And they have the what they call a Memovox, has an alarm. I think that was the first watch that actually featured on it. You know what I'm saying? So like JLC is the truth, and it's very expensive for this watch. However, after doing my research today, I said, you know what? If you get into a spot, if I'm in a spot where I have disposable income of, I don't know, $30,000 to $40,000 disposable income, I would consider some of these watches with these crazy complications. You know what I'm saying? But before I do that, like I still say this: you have to be responsible because, I mean, $30,000 to $40,000 is a lot of money to spend on a watch. But is there, or has there been a company that have similar? Not to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be funny, but like we do shop. I look at it like when you go shopping for anything, you do your research. Like, man, you know what? I want to buy a new car. Should I buy a new car? Should I buy a used car? You know, I'm like, man, what's my insurance gonna be? And that goes back to what you said. What is the cost of actually, like, if this thing goes out? You know, so Rob is getting a old school watch. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm pretty sure, and Rob, and I ain't gonna say I'm pretty sure, Rob is well versed in what he's doing as far as the watch is concerned. So he has already factored in, like, you know, if I have to get this thing repaired, I'm gonna just get it repaired. You know, so me personally, when it comes to like some of these movements, the Valjoux 7750, I like the movement. And after I learned more about it, its history and what it was based off of, and I even did some more research and found out that the actual like Valjoux goes way back to like 1901. You know what I'm saying? Like the Valjoux 22. You know what I'm saying? Like it just revolutionized the way we look at watches. You know what I'm saying? As far as movement is concerned, went through a number of company changes, man. But here's the part. This is the very crucial part about all of us looking at the watches and liking what we like. It comes down to the community, right? As we like consumer emotions, another attribute of this. They say, study says 70% of consumers say that emotional connection plays a significant role in their purchase decision of their watch. Now, what do we do with that? I can tell you this right now. I have watched, and I heard this term 2 days ago, YouTube heroes. YouTube heroes are people that love. What's up, man? Was it T Huffman? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. YouTube heroes are people that like Jody from Just One More Watch, and I'm using him because that's what this guy referred to as a YouTube hero. But what if the person, man or woman, don't like the watch that you just bought? And it's because they reviewed it, they said, I think this watch is chinky, it's trash, it's this, that, and the other. You're like, dang. You know, does that make you feel a certain way about that person? Or you just chunk it up like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, or your taste is different from mine?
I'm just going to say, you know what? That's your opinion. I don't really care. You know?
I look for vintage watches. Hold on, let me see. I just saw, hold on, let me go to this comment first. Just saw one of those Breitlings on eBay. They look nice, even better on mechanics. Yes, I like those too. And Rob said, I look for the vintage watches and that have been recently serviced in the Breitling case. In the Breitling case, the watch is being sold as a watchmaker who kept. Oh, yeah. So you good to go, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Heck yeah, bro. It's like getting a mechanic, like a used cars a lot. If you buy the car that they drive every day, you know about most of the time that car is like, hey, they're not gonna drive the worst car because they don't want to break it down on them. They don't like. Yeah. By the way, is it me or vintage watches are coming in hot now? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey man, like everybody, like I've been seeing that, bro. Like it has been an insurgence, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Do you know that in this community, I've been in this thing for a while. You know, started out with the whole Invicta thing. That's why I wore the shirt, man, because Invicta as a whole was not online without the help of Shop HQ, Evine, Shop NBC, right? This just wasn't happening. But since they have done it, since they have went on and they had Kendi and some other people and Tim Temple and all these people showcase these watches for years, for 15, 16 years, it's up to the community. Now we took it, ran with it. They got the ball in hand. But the problem comes into this luxury because you do know that you can buy, like Jay Jones, you can buy sale pieces and then you can buy higher end in every brand. So you buy the high-end Invicta, you buy the high-end Aragon, you buy the high-end whatever, and then you go to the luxury brand, right, which is the high end of just watchmaking in general. And if you're one of those people that feel that, okay, I have this watch, you see me, I have this watch on, now you have to, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys like wrestling, but Roman Reigns, before he lost the belt, he was like the chief. Acknowledge me. It's a lot of that going on with certain people. Like, bro, what is this acknowledge? Like, why are we acknowledging you because you went and bought a watch for $600 or $1,000, or maybe you went and bought a $10,000 watch? You gonna puff your chest up at your fellow watch collector? Like, nope. What? Nope. Like, where do we do that at? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen where communities can that even make or break a community, or you'll be voted as an outcast. You know what I'm saying? Because you have this sense of arrogance that it's like it makes you hate the brand. Like, oh, you know what? I don't like Rolex because this fool acting brand new. He'd have got his watch. He's still driving his little 1989 Honda Civic, man, but he got his Rolex out the arm. He get out the car. Oh, hey, Trap Vision, how are you doing today? What do you have on? Oh, an Invicta.
Right.
Bro, if you don't get out of here, man, I'll kick another dent in your car, bro.
Oh man.
Man, come on, bro. Come on, like what are we doing here, man? Like, we are all watch collectors. We're all enthusiasts, man. So what's the like? So I got a question. Like, who are you again? Oh, you got that watch on your wrist. I mean, okay, bro. How much you paid? Like, well, I paid a smooth $1,200 for this watch. How much you paid for yours? 150. Oh, just 150. Yeah. Yep. It's on my wrist, not yours.
Right.
So why do you care? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand that, bro. And nobody can make me understand that. Nobody can make me understand that, bro. You know, and I opened my channel up just for these topics, just to have that conversation. And for people to come in like Joe, man, in Space G, Oscar, you know, T Huff. I don't care who you are. You can walk in. I mean, because Robert Wood has some nice watches. And I told you, I went to two other live streams, and he's revered as regarded as one of the best collectors out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's respect right there. I have nothing but respect. And I've never met the man in real life, but the proof is in the pudding. It's obvious that people enjoy him or like what he stands for, because he can go in two different ones, man. And like, dude, he can't be a piece of crap if you go into two different live streams. You know what I'm saying? You may not see the same people in that other live stream.
Right.
But Robert Wood is in both of them. And then he's over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he's you know, the man just love watches. So I got respect for that, man. What y'all think about that? Honestly, what y'all think about that?
I think Rob Wood should be on Watch Crunch. That's what I think.
I think he is.
You are? I'm gonna have to look you up then.
I think he is. Yo, Dad Mods is in the building.
JP.
And that's
what's up, JP?
That's another one, bro. Yep, he don't watch Crunch. So yeah, here goes Space G. He about to go to watch Crunch. Like, you have man.
He's going on.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You know, I'll say this. Anybody that started a YouTube channel, man, God bless you. I really do. Anybody that started a channel, man, if you want to talk about what you love and showcase that, man, oh, bless your soul. Well, be prepared. Be prepared, because it ain't easy. It's a lot of work that goes into a lot of research. You had a rough day, bro? Man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I am sorry to hear that, man. It's been I know it's been rough for a lot of people, man. Just heard, I went to church today, man, and one of my buddies from the church just came back because his wife's brother drowned last week. Man. Funeral yesterday.
Jeez.
Had a heart attack, bro, at the lake, man. They say he was under the water for 4 minutes. They revived him, but he died on the way to the hospital. Man.
Too much.
Damn.
Yeah, man. No, you know what? No, I did kick him out. And see, that's the other thing too, is Jay Jones is going through some stuff right now too, man. Like, so he hasn't been posting a lot. He got some family issues going on, man. And you know, like, and Watchman 54 just lost his daughter on Mother's Day. You know, so like,
jeez. And
this is why I say, man, like, let's just collect. And I can't speak for everybody. I can't change it. If you a jerk, you just a jerk, bro. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but keep in mind that these watches, be it a luxury item, it's just an item. At the end of the day, it's just an item. You know, I'm gonna show y'all something. This piece right here, which I told y'all, this is one of my favorites. That's Tissot Small Seconds, 1938, right? I got a couple compliments with this watch. I had some people like, what is that? I even had some people that know me personally was like, oh, bro, that's a different look for you, man. It's like, wow, I really like that. that looked like I got these compliments. It's like, man, I really like that on your wrist, bro. But you know what's crazy? I wore this last week, that Zellos, and then outside that Orange Dial hit, and they was like, yo, wait, what is that? I said, oh, it's a black tip Zellos. Zellos, like, what is Zellos? I said, it's a micro brand. And I had to break it down. They said, micro brand, is it like that's like exclusive? I said, in a sense, I said it's a private owned company, you know what I'm saying? And there's a whole thing called micro brand space, whatever, or independent watchmakers. And I'm explaining this, and it's funny how many people don't know about micro brands. Because y'all keep in mind, 2.5 years ago, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, dude, I was either Casio, Citizen, Invicta, Aragon, like, and I didn't even consider Aragon. I think he's more independent, bro. He's not a micro brand. He's been kicking for what, 30 years now. So yeah. So yeah, man. I just this is where you come in the clutch with your watch fam. You know, when people having those bad days and stuff like that, man. This is where like you talk to somebody behind the scenes, be like, hey man, what's your Instagram, man? What's your IG? Let's chat. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want to get his phone numbers, man, you know, send somebody me. Oh, that's the easiest thing in the world to do, bro. Send a like one of them gifts, one of them, like like a funny gift or something like that. There's a lot of new micro brands, man. Man, bro. I just learned about 3 more a couple days ago. I said, man, this is getting out of hand.
It's hard to keep track of.
What'd you say, Joe?
Too many micro brands,
bro. Look, I can't keep up with them, man. It's like a micro brand born every other day, man. And I would almost say I would like to collect them all, or just at least get experience with them, man. But it's so much. It's too much. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna stick to what I know, and so let me ask this. They laughing at you, Spain. Let me ask this, Joe. I know you buy what you like. You know what I'm saying. For the rest of the year, do you see yourself buying more than 10 more watches, 10 or more before this year's out?
I'd say under 10.
Under? Space
10 and under. No more than 10.
Okay.
Unless something really drastic, something really drastic would have to happen, because I'm not seeing anything out there that's really a new look to me. You know what I mean? Or a new want. I don't know. That's the way to put it. But you at the beginning of the year, you said you were going to get 4, so you never know what's going to happen.
No, bro. And that's the problem. That's the problem about micro brands and going to these events.
D with the super chat.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dave D with the sailcloth super chat. Sailcloth. You know I love you, Dave. You know I love you, bro.
Hey, man, with that one, bro, we got to dance. Man, we greatly appreciate you for that super chat, man. What happens though with you doing that super chat is actually going to enter you into a raffle at the end of the week, and you could win some things. You know what I'm saying? I am giving some stuff away because I want these people to be blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this month is what do they call it? Men's Health Month. The whole, like, for 30 days, for the next 30 days, Men's Health Month. So I haven't even done my push-ups for the day yet. I will do it after the chat. But yeah, that money is going towards helping a veteran. I gotta say, give so much love to Kokomo Watch Company, because they gave me a call the other day and they said, "Hey, Trap, we have we got some watches that's been donated and we want to use them in silent auction, and the money that's purchased or used for that, we want to give to any organization, man. And I was like, word. So they're giving to one of my organizations, man. And I'm ecstatic about that, bro. I'm like really hype about that. So Dave D, that money that you just sent in there, bro, that puts you into your name goes into the hat, and at the end of the week, we draw. Now, I will do. Let me see what's. So this is a busy week. This is gonna be a busy week for me. Son's graduating Thursday. His graduation party is Saturday. Oh no, Sunday. I got an event Saturday.
Wow.
He's gonna be here. We're gonna be like, dude, I got a barbecue and all this other man. Yeah, I got a lot, dude. We got 86 people RSVP to come to this party, bro. So I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of barbecuing.
I'm telling you, bro. Like that. But you know what's crazy? That's not my. I've actually done more. Like we had a housewarming when we first moved in this house. I had a housewarming, bro. And my house ain't that big, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It's decent for us, but like to have it, the whole block was full, bro. We had over 100 people come through this house, and nobody left out of here full. I did only one girl.
Yeah.
I had one girl.
You know, it's funny that you were talking about that, Trap. I was going to ask you, how do you enter the raffle? Let everybody know.
So what we do is if you grab my Cash App, you can actually to enter the raffle, man. Like there's no bare minimum. Like you can put the bare minimum of $1 all the way up to whatever. There's no cap on it. Or you can go to the organization that I'll post down in the description, which is like the Indie Warrior Project, and if you send any money to them, screenshot how much, like what you sent, screenshot it, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll enter you in that way. So I want people to understand this. Like I'm running this on 2 channels. Like my other channel, I haven't really like messed with it like that. I just started it yesterday. It is going to be a channel that like we'll still talk about watches, but like we're gonna talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take you to some of the spots that I go to where like the Little Red Door, man, or like helping out vets, coffee with a vet, pizza with a vet. So I got invited to a veteran spot, and that one is going to be focused around that. So it's not going to be so much like you may see watches every once in a while. I may do a watch check, but it's not. I'm separating the two. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna do it here, but I was like, yeah, I want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And if I like the way YouTube is going. If I can help out one person, just one, I just want because on that, like I don't know if you can. So the channel that I started is called Grandpa Blend, but I will have to send you the link or whatever because trying to find it, you're not gonna find it by searching for it because it just started yesterday, and there's actually
I found it. No, I found it.
You found it? Okay.
Just type in Grandpa Blend, and it will come up.
Okay.
Blend, BLEND.
Yep.
Okay.
That channel is going to like really be around like helping communities and stuff like that, and talking about the stuff you collect because I actually use collecting as a vice for like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't want to be upset about certain things, man. So I may get something simple as like I got a bunch of G.I. Joes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my Joe team behind there. I got a couple of my X-Men over there. I got a couple statues. You guys know that I keep my Goku close to me. You know what I'm saying? He right there, ready to fight, act a fool. Let him mess around and get instant transmission. He'll be right there with the Kamehameha. But yeah, bro. Let me see what we've been on. I think we did some good time today, man. I didn't even get to talk. Well, let me mention it because it's in the title. I just want to let you guys know that I got some bad news when it came to if you guys collect Invicta and you're buying from the Invicta store, there is such a risk with your packages getting back to you because they went from FedEx because FedEx dropped the ball and you can't even sue FedEx, man. FedEx is untouchable. They gangster. But UPS has been a great, I guess, backup place for you to like delivery system. But as of late, I've been hearing collectors not receiving their packages, or Or
Really?
if you receive that package, it is an empty box. So
Really?
Stop.
So let me give you guys a piece of advice, and I got this actually from Tony White. Record when your package is there. Record your package and you open in that package, because if you open it, it's nothing in there, and you tell them, "Hey, it wasn't nothing in there," you're gonna have a hard time on the claim, trying to claim your stuff. So, just giving you that piece of advice.
That's from Invicta Stores?
Invicta Stores, man, because I just heard some bad news, and that's like I heard 3 this week.
Wow.
3 this week, you know what I'm saying? But then I heard a couple more a week before, and I really didn't dig into it before. I didn't make a show around it, but I'm telling you, because I put that in the title. Yeah, they're having issues with it now, man. They're having issues with it, you know, and I'm like, that's on UPS side. So one collector literally got an email saying, "Hey, when your package arrived here, it wasn't nothing in it. We saw it was opened up." You know what I'm saying? So he bit the bullet. But unfortunately, the item that he was supposed to receive was either the only one they had, number limited, or whatever the case was. But
yeah,
of course you get the money back, but he don't get the item, because I know he'd much rather have the item than not.
Yeah, as with most of us, right?
Of course, bro. That's why we collect. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we ordered it.
Be careful, man. And like I'm just saying, like, record. Take your phone and record before you open that thing up. Shoot, I would even record me, like, shoot, if you were there, like, in your mailbox, you just record the mailbox, take it out, boop, and do your thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. That's real deal Holyfield.
There's a show on Sharp tonight too.
Is it?
Yeah. 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock?
Yeah. I think there's one tonight, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe. It's crazy. And they're unveiling a new watch that looks kind of nice to me.
Yeah, I know that
It's got like an edge.
There's a whole bunch, like Invicta has some new stuff coming out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what they got, or what they, you know what I'm saying, what they're gonna have coming. So and as far as everything else concerned, I know that there's some new Citizens coming out. Boulevard got some stuff coming. Longines, I think it was weird. Longines put out a Fortnite, which it don't bother me any, but like people are complaining about. Oh, okay, they went back old school. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's going on tonight.
Like that was like the Excalibur back in the day. So okay, so now they're. Let me say this. With every watch company that's out right now, and Citizen is doing such a good job at like getting the attention of people that's turning to micro brands. I'm gonna say this from being an Invicta collector for as long as I've been. New designs, okay, cool. There's a market for that. But you do have some people that know what Invicta was before. And I think that would be such an amazing thing to do, is to go back to one of the older Invicta pieces, especially, I will say this, especially during the 30s, when Invicta watches were being used in World War II. I think a nod to that era will be accepted very well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you like this, it can't have, don't put a Z60 in it. Don't put nothing quartz in there. You either put a pure mechanical movement in there or an automatic, and not no NX35, 28, 24. That's look. Oh, hold up, wait a minute. Is this man eating? Now, did I eat in your face tonight?
I like it from up the room. I learned it from watching you.
Learned it from watching you. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
I got a lot of nerve.
that was good, Case.
Oh man, that's too funny.
That was
Victor
funny.
started in Switzerland. They did, and I would love for them to go back. And just as a fan, I will say this: not to say that they're going to listen to my little voice, but Invicta, leave glycine alone, please. Glycine has made their mark on the world, and the watch that I have on, I'm gonna say this because the rest of YouTube and people that review and do their journalistic work, you don't mention this watch right here, which is very important. Very important. 24-hour dial on this watch, right? That watch is extremely important, and it was flown by a naval pilot, man, an astronaut. Okay, this watch, it didn't make it to the moon, but it actually went out to space. So the fact that that's not talked about, this is a very important watch. This watch was actually traded. Like, no. The Hamilton was traded for this. Like, they wanted this watch over the Hamilton. So, like, it's not talked about, man. Invicta, don't go messing with, glycine, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing the colorways, they're changing the colorways of the Chief. I mean, not the Purist. They don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those cosmic colors, all the vibrant, bright stuff. If it, like, let glycine do what they do, just own it, man. Just own the company and let them do what they do. Don't mess with the heritage of this brand, man. Dude, stop it. Stop it. Yo, DK's in the building. What's going on, brother? That one right there, when I saw that, I said, like, now there's one. I'll see it on Glycine's website that it is the green dial. Beautiful. It's army green. Beautiful watch. Beautiful. But then I saw, like, they got pink. Then they got, like, this cosmic blue. And I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
This is the Airman, bro. This is the Airman, bro. Like, this watch, this ain't you. I don't want to go to the club. And if I'm going to the club, I'm throwing on, like, another piece. I got a diamond studded Invicta. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be in that thing doing my dance or whatever, I'm not wearing this to the club. And I don't want you to make it look like it's made for the club. So leave it alone. So I don't go to the club no more. I'm a squirt when it comes to that, man. I like my life. The club's not dangerous, man. People don't know how to act.
That one you just showed us, Trap, that was the Airman, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking at that one. I want it on the bracelet.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Joe, if you do get one, I recommend that you get, like, the Purist, because it's like, I know you like the big one. That's a 42 millimeter. This is a 40. That 42 millimeter it'll fit right on your wrist, and it's just a beautiful piece. And you can get the bracelet for it, bro. You can definitely get the bracelet for it, man. So if you do, shop. And just in case a particular person watched this show, I'm gonna need you to stop blowing up the codes over there on Shop HQ, man. There's no reason for you to go talking about the codes on live. What's wrong with you? Boy, calm down. We know that you're the collector. We know that you have an amazing collection, and we know that them people call you and they want you to call shop and stuff like that. But bro, do you realize when you mention the fact that you got this watch at a discount that they only send that out to certain people through text message, bro, they will cut it off, which they have cut off some of them codes because somebody went in there and yeah, man, I'm like, oh, no, stop it. And y'all, for the rest of y'all, stop putting it in the chat. Text each other. Text the numbers, man. That's how we've been doing this for. Hey, bro, listen. I know the new school. I know that. Listen, I ain't even trying to get in y'all Kool-Aid. You feel me? But here's the deal. We all drinking from this picture, right? I may want to get a watch, and then I can't get it with that code that somebody kind of slid over to me in private behind. You know what I'm saying? You want to talking. Stop talking in the chat. Stop talking on. Then how you gonna call in and say, hey, and you don't talk about the code that they put out themselves? Boy, you crazy. Boy, you crazy in the box of rock, boy. God, dog, what's wrong with you? Blowing up the whole spot, man. But I digress.
I digress.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, man. Hey, but we had a good time on here today. I feel.
I did.
Loved it.
We learned where the luxury watch is. Now everybody go out there and break your neck trying to just go buy a $20,000 watch, man. Go buy a Reverso, the 1931 version. Hold on, let me give everybody their marching orders. Let's see. So what I see is Joe, you're going to go get a Rolex Yachtmaster tomorrow. Space G95, you're going to go get the Cartier Santos. Let's see.
That's all I hope.
You already got the watches, so I ain't thinking about you. Oscar, you're gonna get an FP Journe tomorrow. All right. And for the rest of you guys, everybody else Bell and Ross. And I don't get the Quartz version. I need y'all to go out and spend that money on the Bell and Ross, and y'all send me a receipt so I can see that y'all spent that money. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, break. We out of here. Joe said, I ain't doing nothing.
I ain't fucking buying no Rolex.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you know what though? Seriously, thank you guys for coming up here with me.
I'm gonna need that cell version because them bad boys a little small.
Hey man, listen, man. No, man, listen, man. You just got to go with the flow, bro. You got to go with the flow, man. It's the flow.
Man. Look.
Hey, you know what? And so everybody in the chat, this is what actually happened. Joe's gonna buy Aragon tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
That might happen.
You know what I'm saying? I might look at a Citizen tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is, bro.
I'm saying, boy.
Enjoy, y'all. Please don't take it so serious. Stop getting so serious about this stuff, man. It ain't that serious, bro. It's not.
Nope.
It's just stuff. That's it. Do your research, man. Look at your stuff before you buy it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. If there is a luxury brand that you are considering, look at it, because there are some luxury brands that got some great complications that you may want to mess with. And I will say that about a luxury brand. If you got the money, all I'm gonna tell you, do the research on it, man. Try to find the best deal. But if you want to, stay in a certain area, I talked to my man Jake over there at Trifecta. Call him up, send him a message, tell him, hey, Trap sent me over there, and this is what I'm looking at. He'll fix you up.
He took care of me. I'll tell everybody that.
Yup.
I will say he took care of me.
So that's all I'm gonna say, man. You guys got anything before we get up out of here?
Nope. Just everyone have a good night. And as always, Trap, I love being on here. Have a great time.
Yes, man.
And
yeah,
till the next lightning strike, you know what that means.
So I greatly appreciate you. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be blessed.